So me and Billy want to tell you a little bit about his meal times recently because they have changed and they've changed for the better. Haven't they, Bills? I don't know if you've noticed, but his coat is looking extra shiny, extra soft, extra silky, isn't it? And he's just generally a lot happier of a cat. And that's because he has been eating today's sponsor, which is Catkin. You know, we eat fresh and nutritional meals as much as we possibly can. So why can't our cats have the same? Catkin is the first UK's fresh cat food company, and their meals are 100% real human quality meat and fish, which actually matches the cat's ancestral diet. So it's basically what they would be eating in the wild. There's no cheap offcuts, there's no grains, there's no fillers or sugars. So Catkin is basically a personalized meal plan for your cat where they take into account his weight, his age, his breed, and then you get perfectly portioned meals sent to your door, and it just works. So recently he's been enjoying the Cluck version. Let me show you some out the freezer that we've got, which are basically the different meals that he's on at the moment. So we have Gobble, which is the turkey recipe. As you can see, you've got like a morning and evening portion. I just sit these out to defrost the night before, and then they're fine for, see, he's sniffing them. He's like, what's that, mum? Am I getting some? Then we've got Quack, which is the duck and chicken recipe. We've got Moo, which is beef recipe, and I've actually ran out of the Cluck, which is chicken. He does really enjoy the chicken one, so I'll definitely be adding a little bit more of that one to his order next time. That's another great thing, is that you can actually alter which ones you get month by month. So if, say, for example, he's been trying out specific ones and he doesn't particularly enjoy, for example, the Moo one, I can take that off and I can replace it with other recipes. One of the personal benefits for me, I've got to say, is the change in the smell of his litter tray. Outstanding. Like, obviously changing litter and cleaning his litter has never been a fun job, but it is definitely more bearable because the smell, just non-existent. Honestly, his poos don't smell anymore. And I don't know if you remember, guys, when I was telling you about how fussy Billy is with the food that he eats. And since he's been on Catkin, he's fuller for longer. He's just, I don't know. I mean, look at him. Need I say more? He's very thankful for it. But their meals are 100% meat. They're cooked at low temperatures to make sure that it doesn't lose any of its nutritional value. And it's grain and filler free, which makes it easier to digest. And sometimes I feel like when you're switching your cat food, it can be a little bit of a challenge because you don't know how they're going to take it. You don't know if they're going to enjoy it. Honestly, Billy has not had an issue whatsoever. We started him on the Cluck for, I think, maybe about 4 days straight. We had him on Cluck because that is the recommended way to do it. Honestly, he's just taken to it like a duck to water. He's always meowing at me in the morning because he wants some. The plate is always empty by the time it comes to evening time. And with it being a subscription, his food's just delivered to the door. So I hate when I had to bring in big heavy food boxes with his cat food, and with this being a subscription, it just comes straight to my door, no issue, and I can just put it straight in the freezer and defrost it every day. So easy. They've also given me a huge discount for you guys. If you want to try it, it is 50% off using the code JESS50. Like, 50% off is a huge discount. The link will be in the description, like I say, and in the comments, so go and check them out. Billy's definitely a happy cat, aren't you, Bills? As you can see, he's just been all over me whilst I've been telling you guys about this. So yeah, go check them out. Good morning, guys. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Billy is here as well. Today I need to go to Dunelm, basically. So a couple of reasons. First one, because a few of you guys told me that Dunelm do the deep fitted sheets that I was asking about and trying to look for, because my mattress is like, it's a thick mattress and the fitted sheets that I have at the minute just don't wrap around it. So I'm going to go to Dunelm and have a look and see if they've got them. But also, I need some new blinds. Basically, hang on. He's like rubbing his face against the camera. He's coming giving you guys a cuddle and a kiss. On you, Bills. He's like fixated on a bird outside. Anyway, so I need some new blinds. I'm thinking about replacing all of the blinds in the house, if I'm honest. Like, do you know when you're, like, it's only one that's broken and one that needs, like, urgent replacing. But the others are kind of, they're there. They've been here since, like, long before I was in the house. So the people who owned the house before this, they put them in when they moved in. and they've been here for years, so they do kind of need replacing because they're getting a bit old. The ones in the living room specifically have been chewed by Billy and by my previous cat, and they're just looking a bit, they're just not looking great. But the one in my bedroom, basically I was wanting to take some photos of an item for my Vinted, and I usually hang it on my mirror and open the blind so I can get the best like natural light so you can kind of see what the item looks like properly. Anyway, me and my big strong arms pulled the blind and the rope snapped, basically. I mean, to be fair, it was fraying already. It looked like it was going to snap a long time ago, so I'm surprised it's lasted this long. It snapped and I had to take the blind out last night, so yeah, need some new blinds. Want to replace the one, I mean the ones in the kitchens are okay, but I feel like if you're gonna get new blinds, you want them all to match, and I don't know where these specific ones were from. So do I just get all new ones from Danelle? But then I have literally no clue how much these things cost or how it works. Like I know I'm gonna have to measure like the size of the window, like width and length. Oh, but do they do those sizes as standard? Is my window like standard sizes? I know the ones in the living room are going to be a bit more complicated because there's two windows which are wider than the middle window. So I'm going to have to get the measuring tape out, I think, and work out what we're doing. Head to Dunelm. I've also got a parcel to post for Vinted. This was a really nice coat, actually. This was a coat from Fat Face, which was really nice, and I won't lie, I was actually really tempted to keep this. But we sold it. I did something called Pay What You Can Afford, which Demi does on her Vinted, and she was like, just do the Pay What You Can Afford, and then people can buy things for, like, obviously if I put a price up and it's a little bit too expensive, because I understand that like postage and packaging fees on Vinted things can start to like rack up the price a little bit. So if I put a price up and you don't like how much it is, then if you make me an offer, I will more than likely accept it, because I'm kind of getting to the point where I've got quite a lot of stuff that I just need rid of, and it's all sitting in the bottom of my wardrobe. I showed you, I think, a couple of vlogs ago. Yeah, it just I need that space. So if anyone is interested in buying anything, I've got a couple of bits on. I do have one item which you're probably thinking, well, Jess, why is that so expensive? I have a coat which is actually like a vintage and quite rare coat from Adidas, and it's still like brand new, pristine condition with labels in it, so it is quite a hefty price. But I'm kind of thinking of reducing that a little bit. Again, just want rid of it, but then it's hard when like you know the worth of something, but then you also just want rid of it. Like, how much am I willing to kind of get rid of something that's probably valued more than what I would sell it at? I don't know. Anyway, that's all irrelevant. I'm gonna head to Dunelm, and yeah, I will talk to you guys in a bit. I've just remembered before I go out that I actually have a delivery coming today. Well, actually, I say I remember, it said it was coming on Friday, but it's actually Wednesday today. So we're actually replacing this light. So I don't know if you can see this chandelier light, again, same as the, what's it called? Same as the blinds. This light here, sorry, I'm trying to get the angle of this right. This light here has been in since before I moved in. So the previous people who own this house bought that light, and I like it. I don't mind it, but it is an absolute nightmare to keep clean. It just gets so full of dust that, like, I've cleaned it so many times and it just gets dusty straight away, especially in the little like cup bits. I'm not going to go in closer because it's actually disgusting. So we're going to take that down, and I've ordered another light from Matalan, I think, which was only, it wasn't expensive at all. Let me just check. It was only, including delivery, £38.99. I think it was, yeah, it was £35. And it's just a little bit more in theme with kind of like the rest of the house. Obviously this room is very like beige. I'm trying to put some colour into it because I mean obviously our living room and stuff is like full of colour and stuff, but I just want something a little bit different to like the white. So we have gone for one which is like, it's got like 3 bulbs plus like a brass kind of look, so it kind of brings a little bit of like depth, I think, into the room, even though it's not like colour like the other ones on the landing and in the living room. They're very like black framed kind of things, but that goes with the aesthetic of those rooms. But for this one, I think it's like a brass kind of like comes down, then it's got like 3 bulbs coming off it. So yeah, that should be coming today. So when Emmanuel gets home, he can install that. He's currently off getting his car serviced. And then he's actually going to the Metro Centre with his friend because his friend's graduating soon and they're going to go and get a suit. They're going to go and find him a suit and then also pick up a couple of bits for our holiday. I've actually been pretty impressed with myself. And I know this is not an impressive thing. Probably some of you are thinking like, girl, this is normal. For us going away, I'm not buying like all new clothes. When we went away in July, when we went away in July on the cruise, I bought a lot of new outfits just because I didn't have any like summer holiday clothes that fit me anymore. And luckily, I mean, take this whichever way you want, I haven't lost pretty much any more weight since then. So, I mean, I've lost a little bit, but like not a lot, to the point where I haven't gone down another size. I'm kind of like cusping between a 14 and 16, but mostly a 16. And the clothes that I bought for that cruise, I can just take away with us. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I need to have a little sort out of that because we are driving a long way to the airport that we're flying from. And we've realised because Manuel's on a shift the day before, finishes at 8:30, he's usually home by like 8:45, 10 to 9, and then we're literally going to have to leave because we're going to have to drive overnight because we're flying from Luton Airport, which sounds bizarre. I get it. I know that sounds like, Jess, you're in Newcastle, why are you driving to Luton? So the majority of the other people that we're going with, because there's around 8 of us going, it's for one of our friends' birthdays. We're going away for the weekend and most of them are based down south in Luton kind of way. I think there's only me and Emmanuel that are coming from Newcastle. So in order for us to all fly together, we were like, we'll just drive down the night before, we'll stay with our friend. But by the sounds of it, if we leave here at like 9, I think it's around 4 hours. So that brings us to like 1 a.m. That we've only then got like a couple of hours leeway because we've got to be at the airport for 6. Well, we've got to be on our flight at 6 a.m, which means that we have to be at the airport for like, I want to say like 3:30 kind of thing. So it's going to be a very long day that day, let me tell you. So he's getting a couple of bits for that. We've actually ended up deciding to just buy the hold luggage, just one bag, so for like between us, because it was only an extra like £20, I think. Bearing in mind as well, another reason why we are flying from Luton and not Newcastle is because the flight, like the cost of the flight from Luton Airport was something like £15. Whereas from Newcastle, it was going to cost us like nearer to 200. So riddle me that. We did decide to get a whole bag just because of like the liquids issue that I was telling you guys in the last thing. Like I want to be able to take my skincare. I am just going to stick with the wipes, but I'm just going to take some of the rest of my skincare and decant it into like smaller like travel size things. But yeah, it just kind of makes sense for us to get a whole bag so then we can make sure that we can get everything that we want, because we've also got a themed night as well. One of the evenings we have a theme of Hollywood glam, so like I've got an outfit for that. And I just think things are going to take up a little bit more space as well, because the weather where we're going is kind of like 20s-ish. So it's not as cold as here, but it's not boiling hot either. So like we need to take a variety of clothing, basically. So that's what we're doing. What was I even talking about? Yeah, the light fitting. So when Emmanuel gets home tonight, he can fit the light fitting. Actually, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, because he went to... Anyway, I feel like I go off on these like random tangents. So random. Also, my forehead this morning has gotten... How do I zoom in on this camera? So I'm on a different one. Whoa. My forehead this morning, I don't know if you can see, is so dry. Like I woke up and I was like, oh my God, is that acne? It's not. It's just incredibly dry and I don't really know how that's happened. Like just overnight. Literally overnight, I woke up and my head was really itchy, so I scratched it. And then I looked in the mirror, dry. Gonna have to like moisturise that to the nines, but never mind. So I feel like I need to wait in for this light to come, because I don't know, I get a bit funny about deliveries coming when we're not in, because you just never know these days where they're going to be left. You just literally never know. One of my HelloFresh orders was literally just left on the doorstep during the summer. And it was like really hot that day and it was just left on the doorstep, and I was like, that is brilliant. That is just brilliant. I've had things like thrown over the back gate.
and I'm not talking about a specific delivery company, I'm talking about all delivery companies. As long as they deliver the parcel, it doesn't matter to them. Let's just say that. So, yeah, I feel like I need to stay in until the parcel has been delivered, and then I will be going to Dunelm. There is literally so much bedding in here. I don't know where to start. Pillowcases. I know these are pillowcases. Like, all these aisles are all bedding. I didn't realise there was such a demand. Pillowcases. They're all in different styles as well. I just need the bottom sheets. Non-iron bedding, that sounds good to me. The last thing, I hate ironing. Full stop. Never mind, but I mean, I don't iron the bedding anyway. But if it looks a bit better from not ironing, maybe I'll go for that. The only colour that I'm saying that I like is these ones, but these don't seem to come in like the deep ones, but these ones, see, they've got like deep on it, but I don't need a navy blue one, and they've only got like, I don't know, like white, blue, pink, red. I need like an olive green one. See, this as well would be perfect. That is the perfect colour that I'm looking for, but again, they're just not deep. Right, I've decided to leave the fitted sheets because I was really hopeful that I would get some from here, but they just don't have the right things. Like, they do have the deep sheets, but just not in the colour that I need them in, so never mind. But I'm up looking at the blinds now. I have measured, I've spoken to Emmanuel, we're just going to get the bedroom ones for now, and then look at maybe getting like a blind a month, because I think they're not that cheap. So I think if we were to do the whole house, it would actually be quite expensive, so we're just going to have a look. See... I pretty much just want the same thing again, to be honest. Let me check my measurements and see whether we can get them here or whether they need to be made to measure. So these are the ones that I need, and they've got them in the white, which would match the rest of the house. But they've also got these ones, which are like a faux wood, which I think would look nice in the bedroom, but I'm not really sure that. I feel like it should just all match. Yeah, because if we ever decide to redecorate the bedroom, then the blinds might not match, so I'm going to get these ones. £45, whereas the other ones were 60 as well, so saving a bit of money there. I'm hoping this is the right size, because what I measured was 45 inches, but these are 47 inches across. But then they've only got either 41 or 47. So if I get the 47... yeah, it's only 4 centimetres off. Should be fine. Right? I hope so.
Should I be waiting for Emmanuel? Probably. Am I gonna? Nope. So, it comes with, obviously, the little, like, clips that you put... I don't know if you can even see me. The light... Do you know what it is, right? The lighting is always so terrible. Obviously, when the backlight's not... For goodness sake. We've got the... What's it called? The clips already, like, on either side, still screwed in. So we can leave them. But it's just... Maybe I should wait. No, I'm not. I'm sure I can do this. Like, I managed how many years being single? 6, 7? Something like that. I'm pretty sure I can put a pair of blinds up. If it was me, sorry. If it was me that owned a blind company, I would make it so that these would just slot straight in. Do I think this is the case? Maybe not. Which one is it? Right, let me see. Also, still praying that these actually fit, by the way, because there is a potential that it might not. Oh. Please. Please, please. Oh no, they're too big! What? Shit, what am I doing? Yes, what have I just knocked? Oh, I just knocked my scales over. God, they're too long. Like, too wide. They won't fit in. I could have sworn. Actually, no, looking at them, they do look a bit big. Where's my tape measure? I had a tape measure somewhere. I think it's in the kitchen. So what do I do then? Because the ones, the size smaller would be too small. I don't get it. Please tell me I don't have to do made to measure, because I just know that's going to be more expensive. I'm going to have to return these now. Great. I'm going to have to drive all the way back over to Team Valley, because I'm doing it today, because if I don't do it today, then they'll just sit. For God's sake. How do these fit back in the box then? You balance there. These aren't going to fit back in the box. How did it? Oh my god. How? Is it that way? Oh my god. Unless with the sensible thing for me to do, actually, rather than trying to put the blinds in the box, is try and put the box over the blinds. If I had a single brain cell. Will that fit? Please fit. There we go. We're in. Okay. I'm going to have to remeasure the blinds then. Oh, okay. Let's put them in exactly how we found them. Put this thing in. And this. There we go. Well, it's not exactly how I found it, but it's close enough. I need to get the tape measure back out, because I could have sworn, although actually I did say, didn't I, that they were like 4 centimetres larger, but I thought they'd just fit. Well, I was wrong. Taking them back immediately. The light has come. Let me cover my address. But we've got a little injury to the box, so I'm hoping that that hasn't damaged it. If this is as nice as I think it is, then I'll be really impressed, because obviously, like I said, it was only £35. So, goodness, where are my scissors? I don't have any. Oh, okay, sneak peek. Hoping and praying, hoping and praying. Instructions. What's in here? Goodness me. Okay, we've got the little beams. I feel like we have to assemble this a little bit, which is fine. We can do that. I am, however, leaving the actual fitting of it to Emmanuel, because electricity in me, probably not the greatest of combos. That's nice. So then it goes like, oh, how do you twist it around? Hang on, there needs to be an order to this, I think. You go first. Then you. There we go. So they kind of like stack onto each other, and then I'm assuming that you just tighten. Assuming you then just tighten these little screws with something once it's how you want it. Hang on, does it come with bulbs? Surely not. Oh. Like little glass balls which go on the end. We'll go on like that. Nice. And I like this because you can't like get dust in them. So the one that's actually, to be fair, the one that's in my living room, which is like a dome, but it's open at the top, that's not too bad for getting dust in it. Obviously we need to dust it like every so often, as you would dust anything else, but it's not like difficult to clean or anything like that, so that's a bonus. I wonder if this is the same as... No, I don't think they are. We'll have to buy bulbs now. To be fair, they do have bulbs in Dunelm, so I should be able to get bulbs. We'll assemble this later. I'm going to go and return my blinds and work out what bulbs these need. Good morning, guys. It is actually the next day now. I completely just gave up, if I'm honest, on trying to find blinds. I don't know why I thought like I could just pick up those ones and they'd just install them. And then it took me so long to get... So the light, I think I showed you the light, obviously the brass bit came kind of straight. Those bits are more complicated than you think to get right, because you put one up and they kind of like overlap each other. So if you don't do them in the right order, they don't go up properly. So that took me longer than I thought. And then
yeah, I was just like, let's just leave the blinds for today. I'm going actually to see Steph this morning. We're going to go for a coffee at a place called the Staithes Cafe. Funnily enough, I actually used to live over that way, like never went into the cafe. So we're going to go and have a cup of coffee, a little catch up. And then hopefully this afternoon, me and Emmanuel are going to go and find some blinds, put the light up, etc. He's off to go and meet his friend this morning as well. I think they are... I can't remember what he's getting. Something to do with the trip. I don't know. Yeah, so they're going out this morning, and then, yeah, hopefully we'll have these blinds up by the end of this vlog. If not, then maybe in another vlog. I don't know.
Right, absolute fail getting the blinds today. It seems that we need them made to measure, because we went and there's just nowhere that does like blinds in the specific size that we need, which is a little bit annoying. But we did get the light up. Oh, you can't even see it. Of course, you still can't even see it. Basically, the light looks really good, and we've actually went for some daylight bulbs rather than the warm white, and I actually really like it. I think it's way better lighting than what I used to have. It just kind of gives a more bright, well, it's just brighter. Yeah, I really like it. So let me see if I can show you, because obviously it's dark. Hang on. So turn on bedroom. Okay. So obviously the light bulbs we have in the like lamps and things are like a warm white, but then I'll have to show you. Hang on, let me turn this off. So that's what it looks like. Can you see it? Hang on. There. It's very nice. I like it. I feel like it just looks a lot more kind of modern, I think. Yeah, we really like it. So that is sorted. Blinds, we're just gonna have to look another day. Let me know, right? Because I was looking on the Dunelm website and it said made to measure blinds, but I couldn't work out where you can like submit the measurements. Like, where do you get made to measure blinds? Please let me know in the comments if you know that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this vlog here. It's been a bit of a fail, if I'm honest. I was supposed to be getting like all new blinds and everything, but never mind. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, go hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. Baby, let me love you, let me love you.